So that's finally come off, but as you can see I've got 2 sheared off bolts there and there. So I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to soak it in some GT85, which is this stuff here, and I'm going to get it to slowly work its way into that thread. So when I heat it up, they should come out. So I'm glad they haven't snapped off any deeper than that, which means I can get to the thread and replace the bolts. So yeah, that's a bigger job than I thought, but it's done now. This side, unfortunately, I'm going to need a bit of extra help because, as you can see, this bolt in here is seized. So I'm not going to do any more damage because I don't want to bend this shape, which is still in fairly good shape, although that is rusted through, so that's going to have to be treated. And I'll probably do the same to this end as I did on the toolbox, and then this will go prepped and sprayed a beautiful gloss black. now we have finished the final lacquer coat, so now we're just getting ready to polish, as you can see. So we're just going to polish that up. I'm really happy with that finished. And then the decal, which has to go on, so I'll get that ready, mask that off, spray that on, finish it with lacquer, and then polish it finally. This has come out really nicely. I'm happy with that. So now we just put it, once it's hard, the polisher goes on, and then we just take off some of these little specks and things we have here. And we're done. So that's really what you want. You want to get rid of all the little bumps and the shiny bits. Get it really super flat. There'll always be little bits that you can see from the matte to the gloss, but once you've polished that, that should all disappear, and you get a really nice smooth surface. So let's see what that looks like on this next stage. So that was 3000. So now we're going to go to the polishers. So we've got the fast cut and the finesse it, which is the finest. Gets rid of the swirls. So use one pad for each. These we reuse. This one's been washed, and we'll just use the pneumatic. Right, here we go. This is polish stage 1. You can see the little swirls there. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I managed to do that. She's still polishing the same piece.
Okay, here's a comparison between a polished component and a freshly painted one. Chalk and cheese. Wow, that's amazing. So this is phase 1 of polishing. You can see all the flattening process. This is to remove any flat spots. This is not a polishing process. The next one will be polishing. You see the difference. Yeah, it really looks pretty cool. Right? That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Now you can keep polishing that. You can keep going. Well, what is the point, eh, Matt? What is the point?
There's no point, bro. That's good enough.
I mean, come on. That's going to get sandblasted out there in the wind. Hello, mama.
Looks good.
So now we're going to put the decal on, which is the Royal Enfield ensign on the back. So I've just lined that up. So now I'm going to key this back, and then we're going to fight our way through this to hope it doesn't crinkle with the paint. So we can only hope. Well, it's the first time for everything, so hopefully that'll be on. And then Matt over there, who's video shy, Matt's video shy. Just hold your camera up to him and he just changes. Everything changes. Matt, are you going to do my mud guard justice or not?
Yes, it's going to be good.
You promise?
Yeah, it's going to be excellent.
Like, no runs?
It's going to be perfect.
How straight? Oh, that the badge is my responsibility.
Yeah,
Put it
you
on
have to
straight.
stick it on straight.
Show my hand there. A bit higher, wouldn't it? It's just like a transfer, normal decal. So now we pull this off, it should be got up it straight. Wow. See, that's the difference between amateur sprayer like myself and a pro. I mean, this probably doesn't need any polishing at all. Unfortunately, this will always be raised, so we're going to have to flat this off again and then polish it. But I just wanted to show you the difference between my spraying and someone who does it a large part of the day. There's no polishing there. So if I go through into the decal, that's it. I've got to take it all off and put another one on. So I'm going in with about 800 first. See if I can do it with a controlled amount of material off without going into the decal. Okay, it's starting to. I'm on with 1200, so I started with 800. I'm on 1200 and I can still feel some ridges, but rather slow down the eat away process because you never know how thick it is. So we go very cautiously. That's feeling good. Just a little bit there. Just a little bit there. A little bit more there. So just wiping it clean, you can see little shiny spots there. Another one there, another one there. Unfortunately, we've got to keep going. So I'm going to go with 1200 and just slowly work that out. Finished article, and it's going through the phases, making sure you don't skip a step. So that's as low as 800, 1200, 1500, 2000, 3000, fast cut, and then finesse. You can't skip a step. Frame is polished. I didn't spray this frame particularly well, so I took quite a lot of work to get those bits that are going to be showing. I think the bits that are being showing to stand out a bit and match the details of all the other parts that I've been working so hard on. So this part obviously doesn't need to be shiny, but it's sealed and it's not going to rust. And all this bit here will be covered in the cowling, but still, those bits will be shiny. Oh, I'm happy. Big job.